So I'm Jess Willford. I'm the manager of the STEP Tutoring Center. So I manage our tutoring center in Co-Library, the Satellite Center in Washakie, supplemental instruction, e-tutoring, and a handful of other academic support type things on campus. So all of the classes that we've selected at STEP to be part of the STEP Tutoring Center are selected because they're high DFW classes that a lot of students come through. We target mostly freshmen and sophomore students and freshman and sophomore level classes. And the same goes for supplemental instruction. Most of the classes that we offer SI for are because they're high DFW classes. Classes like college algebra, organic chemistry, biology. Those are classes that a lot of students take, a lot of students struggle with, and so we're offering extra support outside of class for them. So our STEP Tutoring Center is open on Sundays through Thursdays from 5 to 9 p.m. We also offer early bird tutoring in Gen Bio, Gen Chemistry, Physics, and Math in Co-Library Monday through Thursday from 2 to 5. Our Satellite Tutoring Center is located in the basement of Washakie, so it's very convenient to the students who are living in the resident halls. We're open on Tuesdays from 2 to 10 and Monday through Thursday from 6 to 10 p.m. Supplemental instruction is a series of study sessions led by a student who's taken the class before. They're intended for students to work and learn together, and the SI leader is facilitating that process. So those take place at various points during the week. They are class specific, so if you're in a specific section of Gen Bio, we have an SI leader for that section of Gen Bio. And our tutoring center is all one-on-one tutoring. It's one-on-one tutoring or group tutoring. Students have kind of a choice between the two. Sure. So supplemental instruction, SI is what we call it, is a series of study sessions led by a student who's taken the class before. All SI leaders are identified by faculty recommendation. We look for students that have, of course, high content competency. They've got to know the class that they're going to be helping with, but they also have to be enthusiastic about what they're helping students better understand. So in SI, we focus a lot on group work, right? We want students learning from and with each other, and the SI leader's job is to facilitate that process. SI is a really great program because in tutoring, for example, students come with a question, right, that they want answered, but students don't always know what their questions are. In SI, the SI leader kind of develops kind of a mini curriculum based on what's happening in class, and they'll develop a series of workshops over the course of the semester to kind of help students learn the content. So if a student goes every week or at least 3 times a semester, their chances of getting a passing grade in the class really skyrocket. It's something like 91% of students who go to SI 3 or more times receive an A, B, or C in the class, versus like 68-69% of students who don't go to SI will receive an A, B, or C in the class. So there is quite a bit of difference in students who go to SI versus don't. In tutoring, it's all of my tutors are undergraduates. I do have a couple graduate students, but they're all UW students. Most, I would say like 90% of my tutors are from faculty recommendations. A handful of them are from like current tutor recommendations, but they're all vetted academically. STEP is a free tutoring center, but we want to provide really quality tutoring. So I place a pretty heavy emphasis on professional development for my tutors. And we're going to try to make sure that students walk away with more than just their questions answered. So we try to foster independent learning, giving students next steps that they can take away when they're doing not in tutoring. And then finally, e-tutoring is online tutoring. So a student can pop on at midnight and ask a question, even though they probably won't get their question answered at midnight 01. The next time that tutor works, they'll log on and answer that question. So anytime a student has a question, they can pop on and ask those questions. And then e-tutoring is free to students as well. They just have to log on with their UW username and password. So I think advisors can play a really big role in helping students get through these classes, especially as they're talking to their students about how classes are going, what classes they're planning on doing, even just encouraging students to go. We see that if students go once, they're much more likely to go again and again, especially when they see that 1, we're not intimidating, 2, we're a good service, and 3, it's very easy to use. I think a lot of students don't change the way that they do each class. So they'll do the same things that they're doing for Gen Bio and College Algebra and Chemistry and English 1010, or they won't really think about their own learning. So, that's a big umbrella issue. I mean, that there are lots of issues underneath that, like note-taking and reading textbooks and being engaged while you're reading textbooks and talking about the material with your peers and going to office hours and going to anything extra that's being offered in the class, like SI or study sessions or tutoring or like extra lab time. So I think that a lot of students, especially freshmen, will go to class end of list. And so encouraging them to take advantage of those extra resources is really important, because those extra resources dry up, right? So I don't really offer SI or tutoring past the 2000 level for classes. So if the students haven't learned how to navigate those classes by the time that they turn into, sophomores, juniors, or seniors, it's going to be very difficult for them to change those habits then. I think what could be really helpful is for advisors to familiarize themselves each semester about what resources are available for these classes. And if they get a question from one of their advisees about a class that they're not doing well, that we don't offer SI or tutoring for, to know how to get those questions answered. And so you can email me at the SEP Tutoring Center. You can talk to the instructor about office hours, like just kind of reaching out further to find out what resources are available beyond what's available right now, like looking at each semester, like a new fresh start. Well, I don't necessarily work with students per se, but I work with student leaders. And so when they see students finally understanding something, or like that light bulb moment that comes when they're like, they have no idea what's going on and now they really get it. Like for my student leaders, that's the best part of their job, because they really want to see students learn and get excited about their own learning. And so I kind of get like a contact high from that, because I get to see how my student leaders are impacting our students at UW, and how what we're doing can help them become stronger academically.